Right lads, welcome to the spin-off. This is just my post-match review of Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Obviously it's a very disappointing result. I did expect us to win. I'll be honest, I thought it could be a tough game. Obviously Crystal Palace are flying at the moment. Yeah, I think the first half, absolutely, we had no chemistry whatsoever, nothing. Enzo Fernandez just looked like he'd come off the beach. I mean, at one stage, Enzo Fernandez, I don't know what he was doing in the first half. At one stage, he started arguing with the floor. I thought probably our best player in the first half was Caicedo, and even he was poor on the ball. Terrible first half. I mean, any time we got in and near their box was more like a clumsiness, like a long ball that, winning a 50-50. I did actually think we were fairly strong. I mean, we started off the half actually all right. We had Cucurella's header cleared off the line, but that was about 5 minutes, and that was about it. I think we were fairly fortunate, if I'm honest. I mean, that new rule, I don't know anyone who knew about it. I think you probably know about it now. But yeah, no, I'd never heard of that rule. It must be a brand new rule. Like, you can't be within 1 metre of the wall when a free kick's been hit. I mean that free kick, that was poor. I mean, a chimp on, I thought that was awful bit of play leading up to that. The way we just gave him the ball. Don't really want to have too much of a go at him. He's a young kid. He's not first team anyway. Just a squad player. He would have been behind Colwell and he would have been behind Tosin. So he was kind of chucked in there in the deep end. But I've got to review the game, and so I've got to be honest with my opinions. I thought he was really poor on the ball in the first half. There was a couple of times in the match where he done some dangerous passes that didn't come off. But yeah, I mean, the free kick itself, Robert Sanchez, God, the guy is literally, he's a walking FIFA glitch, man. I mean, how the ball just goes straight through him. Like if you were playing FIFA, and back in the day when the ball goes through the centre of the goalkeeper, that's what he is. He's literally like that. He does it all the time. I remember a game against Liverpool, the game at Anfield last season, where I was watching it and the ball literally went through him, and we were quite fortunate that it clipped his heel or something. It weren't a penalty. But honestly, guys are just a walking FIFA glitch. It's weird. It's weird. We need a new goalkeeper. Definitely need a new goalkeeper. And probably another centre-back, another decent centre-back, first choice centre-back. But yeah, first half dreadful. Palace probably were a better team in the first half, if I'm honest, where they'd feel hard done by. They didn't go in 1-0 up. Second half, I do think we improved a bit. I think on the ball we were a bit better. We in the first half we couldn't create any space. Seemed like Palace were on us like that, and they did it really well. Second half we seemed to get a bit more space. I think when Esteban William come on, we started to be really on top then. From that point on, we were on top. Started to create. One criticism I'd have with him is he probably should have scored the chance he had. He had a really bad first touch on the ball, and I think that took away from him, took him off balance, and then he missed the target. I thought Palmer started to come into the game a bit in the second half, and he started to create. Once he started going down the left side a bit, he seemed to create a bit. And obviously Santos, he should have done a lot better with his chance. You could have said maybe he should have took a touch, but either way, he should have hit the target instead of ballooning it into row Z. And then the header, he could have done better with the header. He could have either put it on a plate for Delap, or he could have put it with a bit more power. I don't know if he got caught between two minds, or he tried it and it just didn't come off. But the one positive I would have though with Santos is that he was creating the space and he was getting the chances. He was creating space. He was finding the space to actually get the chances, which is a positive in itself. And obviously, not meaning to make an excuse, we have had no pre-season. We've just come off the beach pretty much in general. So hopefully, when we do get a few more games, a bit more gelling time, that will come, and the shots will start firing on target and that. And then, days like this, you could come away and say it weren't the best performance, poor performance, but we won 2-0 sort of thing. So, I'm not going to go nuts at us first game when we've had no pre-season. I mean, just look at PSG. The other day they didn't have a pre-season, and that's not the same. The PSG team which played Tottenham, not taking anything away from Spurs, but that weren't the same PSG that beat Inter Milan 5-0 in the Champions League final, weren't the same PSG that beat Real Madrid in the World Cup, Club Cup semi-final 4-0, or the same PSG that beat Atletico 4-0 recently, or even the same PSG that beat Liverpool or Arsenal in the Champions League. So, You know, that's another thing. So they didn't look great in their first game back. We haven't looked great in our first game back. So I don't really want to judge us too much on this game. Obviously, it's a disappointing result. I know Palace are flying. Their last 2 games, they beat Liverpool and they beat Man City. I know they beat Liverpool on pens, but you know, they deserve to win. I didn't really hear many Liverpool fans complaining about the result, but we still should beat Palace at home, regardless of the no pre-season and that. But I'm not really going to go full in on us at the moment. That was my review on the game, just try to keep it short and sweet. Yeah, not the best. I'm not going to go too nuts at the moment because there's a long way to go, and I do think we will get better as it goes on. I think we will be better against West Ham than we was against Palace today. Hopefully we play West Ham. Hopefully the way we ended the game today, we start and carry on through the West Ham game next Friday. But anyway, peace out. Nice one. That's my review of the match.